Okay, looks like we're live. I keep forgetting that the layout of the actual Wii U Pro controller is the same as the DS, 3DS, etc. And we're about to get Rosa somewhere. Not here. It's in the building on the right. I was just thinking it was the N for some reason. I don't know if that was audible, but... I do like that this just brings up this screen. There we go. It feels nostalgic. Also, how does that destroy the sand pearl? Oh, hey, guess who's a moron? Guess who's gonna go do that over again real quick? If you guessed me for both of those, since, I mean, it took 2 seconds to do, you're right. Also, I can actually just head towards the correct building this time instead of going in the end first. At least it's only 2 minutes of faffing about, including the intro, so... The light of the sand pearl shone on Rosa's face. So, Golbez comes out of nowhere and immediately takes Cecil's spot. Also, I don't remember if I already talked about Cecil's name and the reason why it's Cecil. I mean, I'm certain I've talked about Cecil Fielder with regards to that. But the reason why it would be translated as Cecil is the Japanese would be Seshiru. So a direct translation of that would be Cecile, essentially. Likely from the French name. Oops. And subsequently, as a result of that, which I believe is the origin for both Cecil and Cecil. Oh god, I hope it heals Edward. I might need to hit up the... I might need to restart a third time. I mean, I also don't remember exactly what we're supposed I think it's just attack. I mean, it's just a Sahagin. So, like, 3 attacks should cover it. You know, Anna, as Free Enterprise has shown, Edward's really not that much stronger than he thinks he is.
Anna!
Edward, I can be with you but for this moment. The spirit calls me onward to become a part of it again.
Don't leave me, Anna!
Edward, you must be brave. Golbez cannot be allowed to have the crystals. You gave your love to me once. Now share it with all the world.
Anna, my love. I will try. But what would you have me do?
Personally, I think that the DS version, and likely subsequent retranslations, though I've never actually bothered playing one of those, flesh out Edward into a much more appreciable character. Oh, yeah. We have our archer. I keep thinking that's going to show up on the bottom screen. And obviously, without arrows, it doesn't do anything. With arrows, though, you know, okay, yeah, she's not the most accurate. But compare her stats to literally anybody else. Also, we might have... yeah, we have other improvements. I don't remember when we lose Edward. I think we lose everybody this upcoming time at about the same time. But I don't remember offhand if it's entering a boss battle or not. And the thing that I was sitting there calling Mount Trial last time is obviously not Mount Trial. I'm just a moron. How the fuck is that laid out? Why the hell? Oh, okay. That's why it's doing that. I got real confused as to why Edward wasn't next to Rosa, but it's because it's right, left, so on and so forth. Because she is the white mage, even though she has more HP than Edward, owing to her higher level, I am going to give her the better gear. If worst comes to worst, Edward has hide. Did it equip the fucking ruby ring on him? Is that why his... no. And now I don't know why I slurred worst that second time. But we need to go over to where we were before, where we saw that mountain. Had we gone up to the mountain, we wouldn't have been able to do anything. Which is, I mean, one of the reasons why I didn't. I also couldn't remember what it actually was, so. It is Mount Hobs. Also, I don't know why, apparently my Twitch things reset, achievements reset. Since I just got one of their dumb achievements. Oh, yeah, Cecil's gonna suck here. This whole area is gonna suck, but... Those holy arrows are going to be ridiculously, stupidly important. Oh. And of course, Life's Anthem is already a bit behind the curve. When things are actually happening. And here's this big ol' icicle. And now we get to rearrange her spell list. Fun times. And personally, I feel like Rydia's aversion to fire is perfectly reasonable. Most of the time, fire's probably the most useful. I mean, aside from occasionally stop being real good, I think most of these just kind of suck. All I want to get here just cast on everybody to bring them back up. Although I should probably start doing that with Rosa's MP because she doesn't have offensive-oriented uses. I believe slow basically works on damn near everybody. And of course there's protect and eventually shell, I think. Oh, fuck this. I hate this map system sometimes. Do you see the single pixel I missed? Because I sure as fuck don't. Jesus Christ. Game's being a dick. I believe Rosa's white magic is also a fair bit stronger than Rydia's anyway. And if memory serves, I kind of think there's a third goddamn Shadow Blade here. Or this might be where I was thinking the second one was. The second one having been Antlion Cave? But yeah, I mean, it'll be a while before we actually need to use the higher level spells with Rosa, just because she is so strong with them. I don't remember if these are weak to fire or strong against fire or what. Oh, fun times. Oh, they don't have that much health. I mean, assuming they're doing the standard thing of self-destruct does your HP in damage. The only dangerous part there is oh, I should show off everybody's quote here. I may have done that already. The dangerous part there would be doing it while you are at low health. Oops. Got my buttons backwards. Really trying to figure out where that last percent is. I'll check if it pops up while when I enter the thing over here. Yeah. The game's fucking weird sometimes. depending upon how this goes, this might be the easy way to do some of these battles, especially ones that don't have a lot of enemies present. And just in case, oh yeah, they really want to make sure that you have those holy arrows. In case you're wondering if it's possible to have gotten into a death loop with the Sahagin with Edward, it's only possible if you remove your weapon. Not weapon. If you remove attack from any of your available commands. So, technically, yes? But practically, no?
What's this? Clad like that? That's a monk of Fabul.
It's Oozeworm. I forgot they give you control here. And kick's reasonably strong. It's a good one to make your standard ability. Mom Bomb. Focus is interesting if you're fighting an enemy that has a counter. I don't think Mom Bomb actually has a counter. I guess I shouldn't say interesting, I should say useful. Because it doubles your damage, but it goes away in a turn. Aim is a slightly slower but guaranteed hit. and that's designed to counter the general inaccuracy of... Also, I don't know if this is going to be magic damage. Or physical damage. Well... Oh, also I hadn't saved this time. Because I was thinking that side thing was just a... optional. Because I was thinking there was a later one. Real good here. Thankfully. Thankfully. Yang's pretty tough to kill. And these have like 12 health. Unfortunately, only Yang gets the experience from that. And he's already well ahead of everybody else, so... Why would Rosa say that? How would somebody send monsters after? I mean, admittedly, there was the bomb ring. But, also, if Yang didn't join there, I bet I would have a game over. Oh, we don't actually have the MP to use raise on everybody. Interesting. Oh, she does have race. That's... Excuse me, that's fine. I do still really like that it provides you with multiple, with the ability to have anybody leading the front of the party. I should probably just set this to be the standard auto attack. Would make things a little bit easier. Honestly, with his current ridiculous HP total, attacking Yang is probably the least of my concerns, given that Life's Anthem is a 5% heal. Let's put attack back on, because we can always just get to that Bard song. And let's put that to kick. Kick's not a bad auto attack option anyway, because even if it is single target, it still does normal damage. Yeah, it's fine. That might not be so fine. It still does normal damage, it just is a tiny bit slower. Also, apparently it's a pain in the ass to hit those things. But against multiple targets, it's always a net positive. I'm pretty sure the formula is such that it's always a effectively positive attack. Like I think against 2 targets it's like 60% each. Against 3 I think it's still like 40. Okay, and I think it's just down to fill out that. Okay, that's weird. It's showing... The reason I made the comment of Twitch is showing old achievements is the pop-up, and if I open up the little thing, it's telling me that I've done the Like Clockwork, which is the basic ass? Like you've streamed twice in a week or some horseshit? But apparently it's the Like Clockwork 4, which is the 25 days in the 30-day period. I don't think so. Because I only do this 5 days a week. I don't do anything on the weekends. I'm not really concerned about it in the slightest, but it's weird. Also, this is helpfully showing why, as your HP total gets higher and higher, Life's Anthem gets kind of ridiculous. Not late game, but if you have the items to get to, what would that need? The HP cap, 9,999. Obviously, that would be about 500 HP every time you do anything. You get the tick, which is pretty goddamn absurd. And since I've not saved, I'm gonna go do that. I also haven't shown off the things. I would normally say no, but you're going to be the party's healer. Unless you're not actually in the party. Now, forward is obviously progression. But there might be items in the passages to the side. Oh, more importantly, there's naming way. That would be the fat chocobo, just in case anybody's curious. And I think this is the cutscenes? Yeah. It's also a, potentially a spoiler there at the bottom of here. Not familiar with the actual game. But then again, so is the opening cutscene. Well, the cutscene if you just let the game stay on the opening screen for a while. We, don't... Well, actually, a couple Phoenix Downs might be good. And a couple Gasol Greens. Gasol... I don't know. Oh yeah, we are low on health. Not health. MP. Oh, sorry. I was figuring that because my hands were behind the microphone, it wouldn't pick that up. Apparently when I accidentally crack a knuckle while stretching them, it is really loud. Sorry about that. And this is a weapons and armor store. And of course, originally it was super relevant because these were massive improvements. Because Yang can equip 2 of them. I'm picking up 1 of each anyway. You're not, Cecil. And that provides a bit more defense. It's not super obvious, but the claws have their own design. The ice and fire ones are fairly similar. I think we want to avoid having fire right now. Oh yeah, I can sell my stuff. What I was trying to remember is, I think we lose some people now. Yeah, we can sell quite a bit of this crap. I'll keep that just in case. I'll also keep that just in case. And if it feels like I'm keeping a lot of items as a just-in-case measure, I mean, I am back at more money than I had when I came in here. And I'm gonna just step back out and save. I will say that this is giving me a further bit of appreciation for the saving and healing system that MS Saga used. Where save points, just stepping on them, running over to them, healed you. And, just using a, in brought up the save screen. I think this is a monk. And that's a good example of playing on the player's expectations. Why does he have a tent in his bedroom? I mean, certain other things that could have potentially been in that chest, you know, I understand. I'm not going to judge if somebody has, you know, I don't know what I just got out of that chest. Say a healing item in the bedroom. You never know when you're going to wake up with back pain. Also, the entire time I was saying that comment, my brain was sitting there going, don't say whip, don't say whip, don't say whip. But who the hell am I to judge? Now, interestingly, this Edward is considerably more useful than the... Well, I shouldn't say considerably. Is, in my opinion, considerably more useful than the Super Nintendo Edward. There, he doesn't have salve, he doesn't have any type of healing. And just leave this on auto battle. So if we come across something that can actually break through our defenses a little bit, or doesn't just die to a single kick, it is very difficult in that version to heal. Especially if they do any kind of AoE damage. But this Edward has two options. Of course, there is the Life's Anthem, healing 5% per tick. I think it's 5%. Might be less, I've not really been paying attention. I was just basing that off of Yang getting almost 50 and Edward getting like 11. But 5% per tick sounds perfectly reasonable, because that makes it strong enough to be useful early game, without being totally absurd late game. Although it is still kind of absurd late game. One of the real reasons that Bard's Song becomes kind of absurd, though, is that it of course gains more songs as you level up. I believe one of the later songs is actually even more ridiculous. I think it might provide MP regen. I don't fully remember. Yeah, Yang in this actually feels legitimately strong, which is a pleasant change from how he felt, really, in Super Nintendo game. He was certainly reasonably strong, but not star of the show like he has been. Admittedly, a fair amount of that is the crossplay between him having a ridiculous amount of health and Life's Anthem being percentage based. And our next enemy is predictable. I really like FF4's use of cutscenes in the battle system. Actually, it really doesn't matter. Having dialogue in the cutscenes.
Kane, even you now?
Battles, rather.
Let me ease your suffering.
You'll do nothing!
Stop!
Rosa.
Kane, tell me you've not turned traitor.
Don't look at me.
Kane, why do you now hesitate?
Golbez!
Golbez, the man with two faces.
You're him, the usurper.
So, you are Cecil. Allow me to give you something. A gift to remember our meeting.
Cecil!
Let me through! I did not come to treat you well. Kane, enough of this foolishness. Bring me the crystal.
My lord.
Did not realize that Kane came from the original Warcraft game.
Do it, Kane.
Rosa, let it be.
Oh, you care for this one, do you? Then let me take her along as well. To hold in trust until we are graced with the chance to meet again. Come, Kane.
It would seem your life is spared for now.
Kane, wait!
And once again, even though this is just using slightly higher quality versions of these same songs from FF4, they still work. They're still good songs. Rydia takes her job as the sensible one very seriously. Fighter Silk, which I think is slow. Demon Shield, which is a better shield for Cecil. Also, the little bit of talking you get there, not real talking, the kind of thought bubbles, helps provide, I think it's a much better character for Edward, who otherwise is a character with like 2 lines. And those lines basically amount to, I'm a coward. And the second line is, I'm not a coward anymore. Even if this does feel occasionally a bit like Shinji. Oops. Okay. I think we can sleep here? Or maybe we just go to the inn. I don't fully remember. But yeah, next time we go see Naming Way, he will once again have changed occupations and hoisted the theater option off onto, I believe, Fat Chocobo again. Now, something I find interesting, and it's 2 things I find interesting. One, the king states that it is a weapon of a Dark Knight who visited. But why would he have left his sword? Also, too, it can cause instant death. 3, why the fuck is Yang in the back row? What the? I think it just... Rosa was removed from this spot and it tidied up by moving everybody up 1. That instant death thing will be very useful. It would be more useful if we had kick, but we won't get kick for a while. At least partially because this is, whoops, not the last opportunity for us to use Yang. I'm gonna go grab a bit of water, and I'll be right back and continue this. My mic mute button is the same as the CPU change button, apparently. I should probably change that, but not a big deal. Of course, here it's doing the Red Wings of Baron theme. And we get another augment. Ah. I have, I believe, already missed an augment. So when I save next, it will have to be in a different slot so that I can come back and get that. Because that will be important. So, actually, I should be able to get it by going back now, and if I go back and get it now, I won't have to worry about it. And that'll tell me if I need to do a restart or not. Because it's in the village we were in before. Huh. Why was everybody's auto attack changed back to default? This game does the dumbest stuff sometimes. Oh, actually I know. They apparently do not code in an option to have just solo fights. One versus whoever fights without doing a remove from party. So while that was just a cutscene battle against Cain, to do that, they removed everybody from your party. One potential issue with this is I'm pretty sure that, oh, never mind. I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure that kick is just gonna kill everything, but, apparently not. One interesting thing that does happen in your New Game Plus runs is because you have access to... I don't know 100% how much gets carried over, but I think it's basically all of your gear. I know it's at least the augments, and even just the augments would be quite powerful. But if I'm remembering correctly, and it is all or even just quite a bit of your gear... pretty sure specific certain pieces, like the adamant armor, are carried over, and those are completely absurd. I think it's something like plus 15 to all stats in addition to having the highest armor. But I don't fully remember if those are actually carried over. It's been a long time since I have actually done New Game Plus in this. And it's certainly possible that I'm misremembering it and it's not carried over, and I cheated to get the adamant armor back on my save file. Actually, I should heal Edward. But one thing actually we can do, because we're going to end up using it on... Oh no, we don't have it yet. Never mind. Once we go to the thing, one thing we can do is grab that counter augment and put it on Cecil. Because that's where it's going to go eventually. And what the counter ability does is anytime you're hit, you use the ability that you have as the top slot. This, of course, allows you to combine counter with other abilities. You can combine counter with kick, combine counter with all sorts of things. An item lore is... I don't want to say unimportant, but it's not useful right now. The actual use I'm going to give to it is to get additional augments from the twins. Unfortunately, it's also what I'm going to do with Auto Potion. It is what it is. Now, item lore is, no, I think it might be one of the abilities Edward actually... Oh no, I was thinking it was salve. Item lore is just doubling the effective value of items. The healing power of potions and I think ethers, but I'm not 100% certain on that. I should probably heal up Cecil when we get a chance. But there are some very strong augments that you get as a result of oops. Giving the twins at least 3 augments total. There are some from giving 1 to each. But we're going after, the major thing is we want the one from giving each one, well, a total of 3. Because that is dual cast, which is of course very strong. The great thing about Life's Anthem is, if it gets off hardly any ticks, it's going to fully heal Yang. Obviously it would work better if Edward was faster. But there's not really anything you can do about that. Eventually, though, you can give it to a character that actually can do it. Can use it reasonably quickly. I believe even in this case, though, it's going to be given to somebody who isn't in the final party. That's just the way it is. There are a lot of good augments that would be useful to have on other people, but are ultimately given up first playthrough for augments that are good, still good late game. Giving up Bard's Song is probably my least favorite one of the ones we do give up early. Because I think it ends up going to Tella. Which is annoying. I was messing with my pop filter there. That's why you heard that click. But this little session has been, you know, pretty good for us as far as XP goes. It's not hugely relevant, but it does mean that I will not have to reload that save and come back and do all this, and then do everything that I'm about to stream for the next 90 minutes or so. So that is a pretty good savings as far as time goes. And means that I'm not doing anything off-stream. Aside from potentially grinding, but grinding's not a big deal. Also, while that was good for our cash total, or XP total, it was not meaningfully great for our cash total. And I had been talking over that last time we saw it, so while I had remembered the Yang's wife dialogue, I had forgotten the captain's dialogue. And not mind controlled. Honestly, Edward's probably just sad still. He just hasn't had any time to really grieve. Having been forced into action the entire time.
Don't stand about! Reap the seeds, you witless dogs! Lydia! Lydia! Young! Ah! Edward!
Didn't even give us the dignity of a cutscene as battle. They're dead, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave. Tiny mages, the worst. Actually, that's not a wrong assessment thinking about it. Also, I like our little toad sprite. This is Mysidia. The same Mysidia we stole the crystal from originally at the start of the game. Also, something interesting. That white mage has pink hair. I don't think she's relevant at all to anything ever in the course of the game. But of course, we can actually see her face right now, and she has pink hair. Palom Porum. Palom? I don't fucking know. There's probably a pun with their name in Japanese. Being entirely honest. I mean, I can't even ever remember which one is which, so... Oh, neither one has... Toad. That just makes that mean. I think it inhales it. And they don't really care that you know, didn't have a chance to remove your stuff in battle. Or, whatever. Oh yeah, can't, I think this will allow it to be basically free for quite a few of the battles. Of course, the crystal room is right above, but it doesn't have a crystal. We took that. And of course, there's not going to be... No. No! The music is interesting. I didn't remember it playing this music. This is... not Golbez's theme. But one of the dark themes. One of the themes of evil. Oh, and everybody got changed into a pig. Interesting. I think there's a secret passage there. Yeah, until we go through the task of becoming a paladin. Basically, it's not a good idea to talk to anybody in here. I don't think there's anything useful in these shops. But it's not a bad idea to buy these. If you have the cash for them anyway. So I don't have the cash for the gauntlets. And I just sold a ruby ring. But I should have the cash for everything else. And that means that once we go through the process of becoming a paladin, we won't be sitting there without armor. Also, I forget what game it was I played a while ago that did not have a sort function for the inventory that just felt miserable at the time. But this does, so that's fine. And these are admittedly kind of crappy, but they're free. They will get much stronger as Palom and Porum get stronger. This might give both of them a couple levels. Just shy of 2 levels. Oh, for whatever reason I was thinking they started at level 5. It's not super obvious, but one of the things that the transition over to Paladin will help with quite a bit is Cecil's otherwise fairly mediocre HP pool. It's one of the things that actually made it kind of amusing when, to me anyway, when Dark Knight was announced as a healer, or not healer, I'm dumb as hell, a tank in FF14. And so against the zoo, we're mostly just counting on the instant death proccing. As I recall, that is true in the Super Nintendo version as well. These guys have a boatload of health. But they are very good for experience. This is Mount Trial. Now the free heal in this case is obviously based off of Porum's stats rather than being a percentage, which both makes it better once her stats are good and worse, until that point in time. On the other hand, it's very difficult to imagine a healing staff that did percentage-based healing not being strong enough, if it was percentage-based, not being strong enough to be good at the start and yet not be relevant end of game. So, like if it was 20%, well, you could just throw that on Rosa and use a healing staff for the vast majority of the game. I mean, if it was even 10%. And here's where we need the mage. I rather like that sound effect. In the Super Nintendo, it was just like a pot clapping noise. I don't know. It was a kind of weak, mediocre noise. And while I'm actually thinking about it, let's use those augments. I don't think I'll actually equip these right now. But I believe Scarmiglione will also drop one, so. So I was dumb. That should have been countered had I equipped the counter ability. Well. Oh. Oh, never mind. Okay. That was annoying. And apparently didn't give as much experience as I was thinking it would. Actually, she might have enough. Yeah. Characters who have both types of magic tend not to be as good at either. Actually just tend not to be as good as white mages at doing the actual healing side. They tend to be perfectly fine as far as... Oh yeah, I forgot that he gets, access to the tier 2 spells. I will never remember to actually equip the counter ability. Never ever. Okay, so it's not actually smart usage on those. But after this, I am going to put counter on Cecil. And I believe before the boss fight, there is a point where we will get to use the tent and save. I don't know if the healing staff can actually be used for damage purposes. I'm curious. It does seem weird to me just how many of the these early maps give things like potions or antidotes. These have a lot of health. Yeah, we're still fine. encounter has already very helpfully showed its value. And we get another person. And so much like Rydia, Aurum is definitely the mature one of the two. And sorry for that noise, I was actually assuming I could adjust my microphone stand slightly without it making a huge amount of noise. Oh, Tell isn't. Even from Tella, that does not do as much damage as I had anticipated. And those ghost things might just absorb all magic. No, but even ice magic isn't particularly meaningful against them. Well, let's give Thunder a try. Yeah, that works. Oh, I don't know what happened. Something must have just caused the extremely tedious fight to end. But we do want to move Tella into the back. We took off all his gear. That was dumb. I was wondering why he was just punching. I don't recall if recall. I don't remember if recall requires you to actually use mana. I think it does, so best to use the rod. A meteor paladin. These fights wouldn't be so bad if I still had kick. Or if I could focus all of the enemy attacks onto Cecil. Like with a taunt of some kind. Oh hey, I just noticed something is off on the second screen. That might be showing too much now, but that's fine. Wrong way. There we go. I think that's good. And of course, there's no leeway with these maps. You have to get every single pixel. Huh. Even when you have preemptive, it takes a while to escape. Fun times. Mount Ordeals is just miserable to deal with. Was I mistaken? Is there not actually a save point here? Here is the save point. But yeah, in the games that had the color based off character sprite, obviously Cecil in this form would have had a purple tint. And Scarmiglion or Million, or I'm not real sure. Is of course weak to fire and holy and all those good things. Oh, we actually beat that before I can't remember if it summoned something or... And knowing that we get back attacked here. Oh, we can actually... And that's no joke. He is a lot stronger now. So... I believe... Also, we have the Elemental Fiends music now. Which is real good. Rip Palm. Mostly trying to keep him up to give an additional target. Because... enemy has a shit ton of health. I'm pretty sure he counters anything that's not healing magic. Oh, fuck you. This is just getting tedious at this point. Thankfully, this should kill him, I think. I think we're at that point. And that's quite a few levels. Who knew that an elemental fiend could be defeated by making them fall down a cliff? And I'm going to drop save state real quick. Because I know that this is the opportunity to remove this gear. And removing it serves two purposes. If I am remembering correctly, and we do get to keep all of the pieces of gear, that has its own use. We can start off with the Deathbringer next time around.
Long have I awaited this, the day that you would come. A tragedy unfolds now, which pains me more than you can know. To end it, I will give to you my light. Though in so doing, I condemn myself to sorrow greater still. But the hour is late. No other road remains.
The time has come. Bid farewell to your blood-stained past.
Forsake the darkness you once embraced, or the light will find no hope. Vanquish the Dark Knight. You and he are one no more. There are two of them.
What's happening? Cecil, look out!
Stay back. This is a fight for me and me alone. My atonement for all the sins I've wrought, my test. And one I do not mean to fail.
Now, this is a test that I always was confused by when I played this on the Super Nintendo. Because, of course, the assumption is you want to attack. But your Dark Knight version is very, very strong. So what the game actually wants you to do is defend. And I believe it actually tells you flat out in this one if you do decide to try to attack.
Your virtue is proven. I will instill you now with hallowed light, formed of my very soul. May it be your strength, though it be the last of mine. My son, you must stop Goldberg.
Wait!
Sorry, Cecil. Soul Dad is dad. Soul Dad is dead. Whatever. And the HP total might have seemed a little bit low, but there is a caveat there. Cecil's level 1. Tella is no longer senile. But he still only has 90 mana. The Ravages of Age are, rough. Now, Cecil being a paladin provides a few advantages, one of which will become obvious as soon as we actually equip him, where that just basic-ass sword is quite strong. Also, that knight's armor is really strong. So even though we did not have gauntlets to put on him, he's not in a bad spot. Oh, and we want to swap the party. But yeah, next time we get into a fight, he's gonna gain like a dozen levels. The sword being so strong makes up for partially the fact that he is level 1 and doesn't have very good stats right now. Oh, I forgot to put counter back on him. Yeah, obviously it does not fully make up for the fact that his stats suck. So what we should have done is use the spells. Just use fire on both. But that's fine, even just this fight will provide quite a few levels for Cecil. Yeah, 1 to 7. Something to keep in mind is Cecil's stats were being helped significantly by the weapon he had. But he doesn't take that long to get back to his old strength. I don't remember exactly where the thing I'm looking for is here. There we go. And what that is another augment. Curse. Now you might be wondering, what's Curse do? Well, I can actually show what it does, because I'm going to be giving it to Column. And I need to equip Cecil with counter anyway. I think we need to have item. Yeah, you can't remove items. Ah, that's how you just move things around. Good to know. Oops, wrong person. And so Curse seems okay. The problem is Curse basically never hits. So it's, what's the best way to put it? Trash. Yeah, Cecil still needs to get some more levels so that he's actually has the strength to do serious damage, but those encounters in there are not very good for that. Everything just does too much damage and is far too annoying to kill. Far too many of the enemies have strength to fire or absorb fire. Now, Libra on Cecil is actually surprisingly useful at times. Because, of course, it provides you with the opportunity to find out what the enemy's health is at. With somebody who, at times, is only really being used as a white mage. It's more difficult to use Cecil as a white mage here than in the Super Nintendo version, where he has access to, I believe, almost the full range of staves. But here, everybody is locked into certain weapons, which is annoying, but manageable. And not having instant death makes this annoying, as does the whole, having half as much strength. So even the stronger weapon is not doing all that much damage. I can't remember what this thing's strong against. I'm just gonna use Fire Raga on it. So, 2 additional levels, 2 additional points of strength. Hey, these things are weak enough to be killed by Cecil now. And that was me hiding and unhiding the lower screen to try to see if it was OBS messing up or if it was actually the filter settings that were incorrect. It was the latter. Okay. Oh no, 39 gil. I mean, it could kill Tella. But yeah, this thing is annoying because it has just way too much health. And an additional level and another point of strength for Cecil. Heading up to the inn because I'm gonna use the inn, gonna get a save. And that's going to be it for me this time. It has been fun. And of course, getting Cecil up to level 11 has drastically increased his strength because he's gained a point of strength almost every level. So, he is actually decent now. But again, that's it for me. I will be back with 999 tomorrow. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to do the Twitch Sings on the tomorrow afternoon or sometime over the weekend. If I do it over the weekend, it'll most likely be Saturday. Just because the timing stuff around Arcade Pit's fairly early start, and wanting to make sure I grab something to eat before that is kind of difficult. I'm not going to be on Arcade Pit or anything, just for the record.